Hello. All right, guys. So today I'm going to be talking about triggers and boundaries, something that I really hone in on in almost all of my programs. But so it's a common word that's thrown around left and right, right? I'm triggered, I'm triggered, I'm triggered. The main consensus is I like to analyze it like a gun, right? So like when you pull the trigger, right, explosion occurs, that big bang or whatever, right? So it's an external force that triggers us to act in a behavioral response or to respond in a behavioral response, right? So it can cause us to be agitated, frustrated, angry, cry, maybe isolate, whatever, but it's a trigger that causes us to act in a different way that maybe we weren't trying to do, right? Or trying to be. So something really important about triggers, I want us to see it as, so this is like a mindset shift. I don't want us to see it as a negative thing. I want us to see it as a positive thing in realms of learning, right? This is what I talk about, having a growth mindset, something that I heavily resonate on in my mind reset program, right? Having a growth mindset is having that want to learn and grow even in the midst of adversities, right? Adversities come, challenges come for us to grow, right? You can either choose to let it attack you or attack it and make the best of it, right? So when something triggers you, it's like an internal alarm system letting you know, the person, that like, hey, there's something coming up for us here that is not well, and we need to heal from it, right? The only reason why things trigger us is because it's a reminder either of our past or a fear that we think is going to harm us in some way, shape, or form, right? So we react in anger, isolation, irritability, whatever, but we react in some way, shape, or form to it, right? But like I said before, it's just an alarm system letting us know that we have work to do and that we have not healed from X thing in our past, right? For example, if you have been in the dating world and you're female and you're heterosexual and you've been dating a lot of men that are F-boys, right? Fuck boys who just go left and right and they don't really give you the time of day, right? So let's just say that every boy that you've dated has had black hair and likes to wear Yankee fitteds, right? Whatever, right? So the next time that you see another man trying to approach you with a Yankee fitted, you might be slightly triggered to be like, eek, I don't think I am good. I don't want your vibe. I don't want you coming to talk to me, whatever, and so on and so forth. That's a light trigger, right? Simply because he's a replica of your past. He's triggering a memory of your past that you are not well from, right? And you're allowing the past to affect your future, right? Because you're allowing your past experiences to dictate how you see the future, right? So we want to not do that, okay? Of course, there's more, let's say like higher severity of like triggers, let's say for like PTSD, things and so on and so forth, right? So point period blank, when you get triggered, it is simply an alarm letting you know that you have work to do should you wish to heal from that, okay? Healing takes work, my friends, but it's so worth it, okay? And the boundary part of it, so healing is not a 1, 2, 3 step process. Healing takes time and effort and conscious effort on a daily, weekly basis, okay? Depending on how fast you want to heal, and things are not meant to be done super quick, okay? So don't try to rush the process. But I will say that when we are not healed yet, we have to form a boundary, right? Or for example, like if you are having a situation with your family members that you are not ready to talk about yet because you have not healed enough or are in a better place emotionally to be able to speak about those things, you have to create a boundary. And what I tell my individuals is that when we create boundaries, I do not want you to put wall, and like no one can touch you. That's not healing. You're just now avoiding. So yes, a boundary is a slight form of avoidance if you don't do X, Y, and Z. And the X, Y, and Z is taking the appropriate steps to heal. Taking the appropriate steps to look at your past, look into your ego, that shadow work that is holding you back. What beliefs are holding you back that still allows you to take something from the past and project it to the future, right? What haven't you healed from yet? This is something that I really help my clients with, right? So that we can one day take away that boundary, one day be able to talk to our family members about whatever it was that you couldn't talk to them about before, right? Once we are in a better place emotionally, right? So put the boundary up. I'm big on boundaries. Put your boundaries up, but understand that if you're putting up a wall, then that means that on this side, on the inside, you're doing the work to make sure that one day we can begin lowering that wall and taking away that boundary. okay? We want to be able to be in a place of peace and harmony and alignment where we can hold these difficult conversations and not have to be triggered or dip into the past of limiting beliefs or whatever is showing up for you. All right, guys, I really hope that was helpful. That is something that I really hone in on. Just know that put your boundaries up, but when you do that, understand that you have work to do, okay? Maybe something really simple that you can start to do is just resonate on it, right? If something is triggering you and you don't know where it's coming from, maybe you can just sit on it, journal with it, put some time, just do nothing, like sit in nothingness and see what pops up for you. Say, I wonder why I get really agitated when people tell me what to do. I wonder why I get really bothered when I'm proven wrong. Or I wonder why I feel really insecure when I see other girls on social media looking really pretty and living their best lives. Whatever it is that comes up for you that triggers you to feel some type of way, I just want you to sit with it, okay? Sit with it and see what comes up for you, because you have to understand that you are the one who holds the answers. You are the one that knows your past, right? So you just have to listen to your internal thoughts. And see what comes up for you, okay? And that would be your first step as to like, okay, what do I have to do to heal from this past? All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Until next time, bye, guys.